Hell's Kitchen All-Stars is a notorious season within the HK landscape, as while it was surreal to see Hell's Kitchen actually do an all-star season, it turned out to be a chaotic mess filled with BS eliminations to keep the drama around for as long as possible, as opposed to actually letting the talented chefs duke it out for an all-star title. So with that said, I figured that today, we make a new all-star cast, and hopefully, a much better season to come from it. My criteria is the same as the original all-star season, as I can only pick people who made the black jacket, but didn't make the finale, with there being 8 men and 8 women. I'm gonna try to make this cast as realistic as possible as well, and also try to keep from picking too much of the same archetype. With all that said, let's officially cast Hell's Kitchen All-Stars 2.
Bloody hell, here I go again.
I figure we start off with our most recent season, The American Dream, as this black jacket group was so star-studded that it literally forced Ramsey to add an extra black jacket. I think the obvious pick from this 4 has to be Demir, as he went from serving Ramsey pre-made food at the signature dish to becoming a frontrunner mid-season, as his leadership was on another level, and won 2 Best of the Worst this season, which we hadn't seen since the early days of the show. And while yes, his final service was awful, he only went home since Ramsey had to eliminate 2 chefs to fit the season schedule. So between his dominance and second chance storyline, I think Demir is as big of a lock as you can get for this season.
Demir!
Yes, chef.
30 seconds!
Yes, chef.
You're the only one who had a voice. You're the only one who had some pride and passion.
Yes, chef.
Now get in there and come back to me with 2 nominees.
Heard that, chef.
Quickly!
Yes, chef.
Black jacket is on the line. This is probably the most important piece of fish I've cooked in my entire career.
Fish is absolutely spot on. Wow.
The citrus zest.
It's delicious.
Thanks, chef.
Good job. Congratulations, Demir. Young man, I think that's your best dish so far in the competition. You're the real deal.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's an unbelievable feeling. You know, it shows that things are possible. You know, all you gotta do is put the work in and believe.
Hell yes!
Now, out of the 3 girls this season, they all fit a similar archetype, but I do gotta go with Lee. Now yes, her underdog storyline is similar to other ladies on this all-star cast, but I do think her story made her a bit more of a fan favorite than Carmen and Sammy, and I would love to see how well she does with even more experience.
I wasn't as confident in the beginning because I was the chef with the least experience.
So you've only been cooking professionally for 2 years?
About a year, chef.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
I gave every single day my all. I pushed myself out of my comfort zone, and I know I proved myself.
That's beautiful.
Nailed it.
Thank you, chef. It's making me leave with my head held high.
Young lady, phenomenal dish. I'm so happy for you.
So since we started with our most recent season, let's now look at my old school picks. For the men, I'm going back to season 4 for my oldest pick, with that being the Black Gordon Ramsay Bobby. Now, would he have much of a chance? Probably not. But if HK can bring back Giovanni and Ben knowing they have no chance, then let's bring back Bobby for heaven's sakes, who was much better TV, and a massive fan favorite, as he was the OG Millie in terms of a giant teddy bear.
I hear these people on the bus talking about how they're gonna win. They ain't even a class with me. You know, I'm the Black Gordon Ramsay. You know, but you know, he's the president and I'm the 4-star general. It has to go that way.
As for the woman, I'm going back further than Hell's Kitchen ever has, as I'm choosing Julia from season 3. Again, I've talked about her plenty of times on my channel, but she truly is the perfect candidate when it comes to bringing back an old school chef for an all-star season, as literally her entire season 3 storyline was having no experience, and now she'll have at least 15 more years of kitchen experience. Cannot ask for a better narrative for an all-star season, and it'll be so interesting to see how she does.
I am personally going to send you to culinary school because you have an exceptional amount of talent. And when you've done that, I want you to come back here and win it hands down.
Back to New Era Hell's Kitchen now, where I believe is where most of the cast will come from. And in fact, let's just go through each season, starting with Hell's Kitchen Las Vegas. I think Declan and Cody are absolute locks given how popular they are on one of Hell's Kitchen's most beloved seasons. Now, I really debated on if I should put Amber on or not, and you know what? I ultimately decided to put her on. Again, while I don't want too many bad personalities on, we do need a bit of drama and a chef to dislike on this season, and if all else fails, she would more than likely be a satisfying early boot. And hey, better her than Sabrina.
If you guys are gonna have team meetings, you want to get everybody, because
We're not having a team meeting.
if it's gonna be like, let's play dirty, then fine.
It's not
What
that.
is this?
100%.
Yeah, what is this?
I'm
We're
not
talking
okay
about
with
measuring
it.
crab cake.
I really just want to work as a team, and I don't want any problems, you know?
So don't be listening to the girls.
It's really uncomfortable switching teams, and I'm just trying to do the right thing.
But you're on the blue team now, so chill.
For season 20, arguably the biggest lock on the entire board here is Steve. Now I will say, his archetype and personality might be too similar to Demir, but again, after the original All-Star season was filled with toxic personalities, a whole bunch of good personalities won't exactly hurt. And again, Steve will be a mid to late 20s chef this season instead of the 21-year-old chef he was in Young Guns, making him a massive winner contender going in, and I would just hate to take away this chance from him.
I can guarantee you that when I come back, I promise you that I'll be firing in that 6th gear, and I'm ready to kick ass and take some initials, because names take too long to right now.
With that said though, I actually would keep Brynn and Kaya off, as I don't think Kaya has much to prove or is that big of a personality. And while Brynn is a possible villain to root against as well, to me, Amber kind of takes her spot for that archetype. And then season 21, Battle of the Ages. I originally was going to put on Alejandro, but given the men's field is pretty low, I think I will put him on, as he of course would have won this season had he not been going up against one of the best chefs of all time, and thus, that's another great chef who has a bit of a chip on his shoulder. And then out of Summer and Cheyenne, I gotta go with Cheyenne, as she was arguably the next biggest fan favorite to win after Alex up until her shocking crash and burn in the Black Jacket service. And with even more years of experience under her belt, hopefully the nerves of the endgame won't get to her this time.
So, red team is between Alejandro or Cheyenne. Two really good dishes. Alejandro, congratulations. Well done.
I hold the power of God to get out of trouble.
Cheyenne, really good.
Thank you, chef.
So with my new school and old school picks out of the way, let's now pick out the rest of my chefs from each team. Starting with the women, I gotta go with two ladies from one of my favorite seasons, with that being Keisha and Melanie. Keisha is somewhat similar to Amber, you could say, but instead of a flat out villain, I think she's just a big time personality that the show would love to bring back. And again, she can go from 0 to 100 in a second. And with the pressure of an all-star season, I would love to see which Keisha we would get. And with that said, we gotta have at least one rivalry on this season, so let's bring back Keisha's rival and Melanie. Again, not only would the rivalry make for possible good TV, but Melanie really was a dominant chef, which was so surprising given her archetype. And like I said, it would be great to have multiple people back from such a beloved season.
What did it say about you two working together?
I just went like that. You're like, I got it.
No, I didn't. You bad off and left. Bitch, choose the line. You got him looking at me like I'm a lie.
I want to help her. I said it. I don't know why she threw me under the bus on that one, but she's crazy.
But Melanie, you let my dish sink because you didn't want to get blamed for him.
It was your time to leave. That's what the point is.
Would have never left
I
you.
didn't leave you.
Yes, the you did. Yes, the you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. That's all you did was stand there. You didn't want to do it because you didn't want to get from Chef Brown.
Can I have a second, please?
I don't give a if you talk again or not.
Okay, then I don't have an excuse then.
Okay, then. You don't.
Sorry.
Okay, in a discussion then.
To finish off for the ladies, I'm now putting on two chefs who made deep runs for exact opposite reasons, with my next two all-star female chefs being Autumn and Julian. Autumn was of course infamous for Ramsay always being hard on her, but she never gave up, and made it to the final four despite switching teams twice and being put up for elimination 7 times, still tied for a record, and she absolutely deserves a second chance.
There's so much in here. I left my PhD program to cook. I had a full ride, but I gave that all up and made $10 an hour for 2 years because I love to cook, and that is why I'm here. Me being soulless, that's just not true. A person doesn't give up everything to follow their dreams because they have no soul.
And then there's Julian, who literally would have won season 8 had her leadership just been a bit better. Now granted, her competition will be much better to say the very least compared to season 8, but nonetheless, she's a fan favorite who came so close to winning. It will make the most of her second chance, and I'm all for it.
Gillian, you have been a fierce competitor. Don't take that jacket off.
Yes, Chef.
You deserve to keep it on.
Thank you, Chef. This experience proved to me that I have what it takes to be a chef.
Gillian, perfectly cooked.
I'm the only person that never got put up for elimination in Hell's Kitchen, and that says a lot. And I know this isn't the end for me. Like, honestly, I don't feel like I deserve to be standing here. I feel like I should be in the final 2, but...
On to the men now, as we got 2 more spots to fill. Probably the biggest general lock for me will be Tommy from season 9. As well, yes, he might not have much of a chance compared to the other chefs. That's not necessarily a bad thing. And no matter how long Tommy would last on an all-star season, you know he would make for great TV the entire time.
Hey, what do you guys call a purple gorilla?
What?
A grape ape. If you hold on a second, let me put my brain to work. You'll probably have grape expectations for a better joke. Natalie, I feel like after my jokes, I've lost all appeal to you.
Tommy's going for the 19, so that's the joke.
Tommy, your mum's there.
I'm really hesitant to put this next chef on, but again, given the men's field is so low compared to the women, and the fact that I don't think Hell's Kitchen really cares about chefs leaving, especially when you factor in the circumstances, I gotta bring back Motto. Again, he was pretty much a lock to make it to the final 2, but instead chose to walk away to help Baton Rouge. This isn't exactly Peter levels of quitting, so I, and for that matter, many fans I imagine would have no problem bringing back Motto, especially if he is indeed ready to take it all away this time. And on top of that, to keep things realistic, I would have put John on instead, but he really has no reason to come back given the success he's had coming out of Hell's Kitchen, so Mato takes my final spot.
What brought me into this competition was the opportunity to prove myself.
You want to take over, Mato? I got it. Chicken's down. There's backup chicken here.
I was adjusting and fixing as I went along.
I mean, that is extraordinary.
Strap, Mato.
And I think I stood pretty well, you know. Big city in the spotlight may come in the future, but right now I just need to elevate Baton Rouge. I want to go back there and just push the out of that envelope.
So there you have it, guys, my All-Stars 2 cast. Let me know what you think of this cast in the comments below, along with the potential All-Star you would most want to see back on a future season. Also, let me know what other fan casting videos you'd like to see in the future. Be sure to subscribe and like to get notified of those future videos, and until next time, have a good one, guys.
Get out of here.